Hey everyone, Nolar here. I'm back with Grand Cross and another summoning video because, well, there's going to be a banner pretty much every week to catch up with JP is what I'm hearing. This is the reason. But, yeah, I'm going to go for Merlin. Waifu, can't say no, but I don't think I'm going to go too deep. I think like pity, the first round pity. So there could be a minimum at most 6 multis, or minimum 6 multis, and then at most I don't know, 9, 10. We'll see how it goes. So let's just dive right in, and I'll give a little bit of my thoughts on what's going on with the whole controversy right now. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what's going on, last week we had a Green Bond come out, and he was a different release type than what it was in JP, because on JP he was exclusively a coin shop unit. I think this is like dead. This looks pretty dead. But anyways, he was exclusively oh wait, we beat him, so it must be a fake out or something. Yep, definitely fake. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. On JP, yeah, it was a coin shop unit, and for them that means like and he was exclusively a coin shop unit as far as I know. So that means you use the coins that you get from dupes to pick them up. So, I mean, it was exclusively that way. So I was like, okay. I mean, it's the one method you had to get him. And he's a pretty good unit. Is this a green Hellboy? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, he was a pretty good unit. So on Global, what they decided to do was put him in a banner. And on the advertisement text, they said that he would eventually be a coin shop unit and added to the general pool. Well, last night, when maintenance occurred, and everyone was just, looking into what was the issue, what was going to come up next, the main issue was they said that it was a text error that he'd be coming into the general pool and he will be added later to the coin shop. So we were under the assumption, rightfully, wrongfully, that he would be added like right after the banner goes away. So like right now, he'd be added to the coin shop. Okay, whatever. I mean, if they're gonna add him eventually, now that's the question. They said that they would, but we don't know for sure. But so let's make that assumption that they do. Then fine. Kind of crappy that it's like, not immediately right away, so people can. Okay, so if we don't win, then we don't win. Nope, we lose. That's a dead multi. Yeah, so kind of crappy that it's not right away. But the worst part is saying he'd be added to the general pool and then not being added to the general pool, which is really terrible because everyone made the assumption based on what they said that that he'd be in the general pool, so they didn't really pull for him here. They didn't see a reason to, which I totally understand because I don't need to go too hard. He'll eventually be added to the coin shop, so like at some point I'll pull him, not a big deal. But now that he's exclusively out of the general pool and into just the coin shop, that's kind of trashy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, people are saying false advertisement, which I mean to me it is. Unfortunately, at least here in the U.S., we don't have any laws governing gacha games or anything like that compared to Japan, where for those you may know or may not know, I play Dokkan. The JP version had something similar where on the banner it was one unit, an awakened unit, when you're supposed to pull like the base unit. They had the artwork of the awakened unit, so technically that's false advertisement. Like when they saw that, they immediately took down the banner. They put back every stone you spent on that banner. So premium currency went back to you. Because they're really scared of, because gacha laws are really governed in Japan, and things are not looking. If you have false advertisement, like you can get pulled, the game could get pulled from the market and all that kind of stuff. So they take it seriously over there. Here, and I guess around the rest of the world, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't think any other games like literally govern gacha games because it's not that big of a deal compared to Japan. Okay, so what are we getting? At least one, so hopefully that's the Merlin. I'd like it to be the Merlin. So yeah, everyone's saying it's false advertisement, and it is to me, but I don't think that's a justification to, get any legal recourse or anything. I'm not gonna say what we what you should do. I mean, here are your options to make your voice heard. You don't spend, literally, but don't just like not spend and and say you're not spending, or silently not spend. You need to make an active boycott. Like, get the big spenders, the big community people, like the bigger YouTubers. Like, I'm not that big. I don't really cover this game too much, but like, you know, I won't name them, but you can find them out. Those guys who cover the game and say like, hey, can we organize a boycott, like an active boycott? And the reason why that's effective, I know it's effective, is because the same thing happened with Marvel Future Fight. Oh, what do we get? Oh, Hellzer. Okay. So in Marvel Future Fight, here's what happened. We had one patch, and I mean, I stopped playing like a couple months ago, but one of the patches had, like, they changed the mechanics of one of the quote-unquote raids. We had, you know, boss fights and stuff like that. And what ended up happening was the Star Agent program, which is the equivalent of the YouTubers who have access with Netmarble, they get like an early APK, an early look at what the patches and the units to come. Oh, that's an SSR. Oh, please tell me it's Merlin. I don't know if that's guaranteed. I gotta look up that video by Simply Casual or Speedy to see like if there's an actual feature guaranteed animation. But anyways, back to Netmarble and Marvel Future Fight is like they gave those guys an early access look at the game. They told them like, hey, this is not a good change. This isn't, you know, this is not gonna go well with the community. Netmarble didn't listen. They put the patch out. Before the patch came out, two SSRs, okay. The active Star Agent program people decided to hint at a organized boycott. Once Netmarble got a sniff of that, they were like, oh, okay, we're going to change it back. And yeah, nice. We got the Merlin. All right. Sweet. That is awesome. Okay. So yeah, once they got a sniff of that boycott that their own Star Agent people were going to organize. Oh, double. Okay. All right, I'll take that. I'm not going to say no. Yeah, so once they got a sniff of that, they decided to, they completely 180, reverted the changes, all that stuff. And like, yes, they listened and they changed it, but it wasn't until after they threatened a boycott that it happened. So that's one of your options. I'm not telling you guys what you should do. I'm just saying what is effective with Netmarble and like working with them. The other thing that people are saying is doing review bombing on both the Play Store and the iOS App Store. And normally review bombing doesn't work, but I'm definitely taking a screenshot of this because that is. Okay, so keep going because I said I would definitely go till pity. Review bombing doesn't necessarily work, but for games like Epic 7 it did. You know, they had a string of bad updates and patches and people just were not having it, and like eventually they listened, and it took some time, but it happened. But you just got to stick to it. But the thing is, when you review bomb, like that's your like only recourse to get the devs to listen. And then if they do make the changes, I highly recommend you go back and change your review back to whatever 3-star, 4-star, 5-star that you want it to be, because you got to reward them for listening to you. So that's my stance on review bombing on that end. But like, the reason why it would definitely work better with Grand Cross, because it's still new. It's like what, 2-3 weeks old, still featured in both stores. So like when you go to the Play Store, it'll be right there, and then it'll have 3.7 stars. And if it goes below a 3, I don't even look at it. You know what I mean? For most people, they would just like, it's not worth it. So they definitely got a ton of players in, but obviously with gacha games, there's going to be people that fall off, people who want to install. So they want to keep bringing people in. So if they're featured on the Play Store and in the iOS App Store, and they're like, you know, they have terrible ratings, it's going to automatically turn away half of their player base, and that is a concern to them. So that is one way to get them to listen. I don't know if review bombing really works with Netmarble. I don't think so. I think just people up and leave and quit and say, screw you guys. You guys messed over this perfectly good game with your greedy practices. But I don't know. That's another recourse you guys have to, you know, hopefully get them to listen and understand your complaints. The other thing is maybe contact the YouTubers who do have ins with Netmarble and see what they can get a response from the people over there, because you know, everyone says like these guys are good devs, they're gonna listen, so let's test that theory out. But that's my opinion on it. I think it's really it could have gone no matter what they did, unless they did what they said. Either way they went, it was gonna be bad, because like they could have made it even 10 times worse if they said, okay, this is a timed exclusive banner and he'll go in the coin shop, and then next week say, oh, by the way, he'll be in the general pool. Like, for the most people that's not a big deal, but for the people who really do spend, they would be utterly pissed and then go immediately for refunds, which is not what Netmarble would want either, because pissing off the whales is not a good idea. So yeah, like going that route would have been bad. So the route that they went here is not that, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but they definitely lost money, because if they said, hey, he's going to be a timed exclusive banner, and then eventually in the coin shop, not right away, in like a couple weeks, like how it seems right now, then you would have definitely got more people to jump in on the banner, you know what I mean? To get the unit now, utilize him, and then pick up dupes later with the coin shop. But by just saying that he'll eventually be in the general pool, people rightfully said, I'll probably wait and not spend, and you know, I'll eventually pull him later. So it's a bad situation for them. The only way they can rectify it is literally do what they promised, is just put him in the general pool and put him in the coin shop. I mean, now. I mean, eventually they'll put him in the coin shop, but if they put him in now and put him in the general pool, that would just resolve everything. But it just leaves, like, it wipes away any goodwill you had with Netmarble, which, I mean, to me, you shouldn't have. But if you're a new player, new to the company, then you would be like, oh, these guys are really cool, like, everything looks good, and it seems to be working out well. Well, now, even if they do follow through with their promise, you're always going to have that little thought in the back of your mind, like, well, they could always screw me over somehow, so let's not invest too much, or I'll be very cautious. Yeah, they didn't start off really well here. Okay, so I got 2 Merlins, and the reason why I'm keep going is because I want to get to the pity and then just finish there. So I'm done with the banner here on out. My one and only video. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll make another video on my thoughts on what happens later. But oh, okay, so we're playing an SSR. I thought we would on the animation. All right, question is what? Only one. I think that's the last one. I gotta look at that picture again that tells you like where is what. Yeah, and for a lot of people, they might pull trash or go to pity and not get anything, like the new Merlin. It's 3% rates. It's fairly standard for a gacha. It's not Dokkan, but Dokkan's been around for 5 years. Like the 5% featured rates. But it's not Fate Grand Order, which is 1% SSR rate. So yeah, just be glad it's not that. And at least the game doesn't have. Well, I mean, it has dual gachas, but it's not like in one banner. Really? Hendrix. Okay. I might have him like close to max out, but I will check that later. Okay, at the very least, 2 more multis, maybe more. We'll see. What does this look like? I'm not exactly sure what this looks like. Okay, what does the text give me? It doesn't give me hope. I don't think that's... I might just skip this if it looks bad. Yeah, that's skip worthy. A lot of SR coins though. Alright, final multi of the video, guys. Grab whatever gacha game you're into. Dragon Ball Legends, Dokkan, Grand Cross, whatever. We'll make this a group summon. Okay, so. And then whatever you guys pull, whatever game, let me know. Comment down below. So I'm gonna pull back, and 3, 2, 1, let go. Okay, so definitely getting SSR. Question is, do I get multiple, and can they be Merlin? Oh, just the one. That might be the. I don't remember what number that is. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Jillian. Holy Night Eagle. Okay, where is it? Merlin. Yeah, boy. And okay, yeah, okay. Alright guys, well I can't be too upset. I did get a Merlin and I did get a dupe, so I'm stopping it there. Let me know how you guys did on your pulls, on the group summon, all that stuff. Let me know your thoughts on the whole controversy. I don't want to speak too much about it for some other reasons, but yeah, let me know, how do you perceive this? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Is this the worst thing ever? Is it not that big of a deal? Like, I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel. In any case, I'll catch y'all next time. Nuller out.